Last time on the Dope Movie Awards, inexplicably wearing a shirt that hadn't come out yet, the winner of the ounce at the first annual Dope Movie Awards 2018 is... Blind Spotting! Blind Spotting. What's up, audience? Welcome back to the second annual Dopest Movie Awards show, sponsored by FameBit, who was going to sign me 3 years ago on another YouTube channel, but then decided no. Also, technically, they're not sponsoring this. This is just the t-shirt I'm wearing today. But we're back. As many of you know, last year's budget was impressive. $1 million plus. Impressive. Lost to the ages, the set designs, the guests, the presenters, everything was of the grandest magnitude, and now we're still paying for it. So this is in a 2-bedroom basement apartment with ceilings too low to not hit your head. So let's get going with the second annual Dopest Movie Awards, with the first award starting being the Dopest Show of the Year. Movie Awards? Not anymore. It may as well be called the Dopest Media Awards. First up, Dopest Show of 2019. Russian Doll. Russian Doll was so much. It was deep, affecting, effortlessly feminist, and so good that it demands a second season, and yet is so good and so complete in one season, you can't imagine a second season living up. Like, the HBO show True Detective. You see the cast, and it looks so promising, and then it's awful. I'm talking about True Detective, not Russian Doll. I have complete faith in the second season that is coming. I have complete faith that it will be a completely different cast, but it's amazing, it's touching, it's three-dimensional, it's joyous, it's aggravating, it's insightful, it's surface level. Russian Doll, Dopest Show of the Year. Let's continue on.
I have to apologize. The first runner-up is
Russian Doll. Okay, it's a very, very sad moment, but first off, it is definitely not the day before the award show goes live, where this correction is coming into place. Russian Doll did get the Hotbox Award. What's the Hotbox Award? That'll be explained later in the show, but it did get the Hotbox Award. What got the ounce, what's the ounce? That'll be explained later in the show as well, is Undone. And that's all we'll say now, because we're taking a lot of time complimenting Russian Doll, and later you'll see why Undone deserves it in the best Amazon TV show category. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's still a great night. It's still a great night. Let's continue on with the show. Sorry for the interruption.
This is exactly what's on the card. I will take responsibility for this. It was my mistake. It was on the card. Horrible mistake, but the right thing, I can show it to you right here. The first runner-up is
Russian Doll.
It is my mistake. Still a great night. Please don't hold it against the
show.
Please don't. We feel so badly, but it's still a great night. Thank you all.
For the next award, let's get to our movie roots and announce the winner of the Dopest Flop of the Year, as voted by all the Circle Smokers, which in this case is me. Circle Smokers are like Academy members for the Academy Awards, but Circle Smokers are members of the Dope Movie Awards, as voted by me. The award for Dopest Flop of the Year is Terminator Dark Fate. The contenders were Terminator Dark Fate or Charlie's Angels, and while I very much like Charlie's Angels and think it was better than what people saw it as, but wasn't quite great, Terminator Dark Fate was the best second sequel in the Terminator franchise. It was missing that horror element, but it really was higher than the reviews and the criticism and the box office made it out to be. I will say, I almost saw Dr. Sleep, but me and my friend Christian went to that after recording a drunk commentary for the first Transformers movies, and we were very drunk. We left 20 minutes in. We were out of our mind. So, if I see Dr. Sleep and it deserves the spot of dopest flop, it will be in the comments. And to speed through the most rewatchable show of the year, Russian Doll. Just watch it. Rewatch it. Russian Doll. Most rewatchable first season of the year. And next award, sequel this, to keep on the Netflix gravy train as they pay us to fix these awards, pay us to choose their shows and movies over others directly. Here's the check. 6 Underground. 6 Underground is honest Bay. It's my favorite Bay film since The Island, since the first Bad Boys. It feels like Bay not hating what he's doing, and it's just good to see him out of the Transformers umbrella, the crushing umbrella that is the Transformers franchise. See him away from Pain and Gain with its incessant new voiceovers, which I hated. I was excited for it, and I'm like, geez, what is going on here? 6 Underground seems like something where I can watch 6, 7, 8 more sequels. So let's sequel this right now. The sequel this award goes to 6 Underground. And on the flip side of that, let's go to the Mulligan this award. Hobbs and Shaw. Do it again. Do it again. It doesn't feel like a Fast and Furious movie. It feels like an overlong SNL sketch. You know what I hate about you? Your British accent. It makes me feel like a cow is humping me from behind, and I gave consent, but I'm not really liking it. Oh yeah? You know what I hate about you? All your muscles and tattoos. It makes me feel like a motorcycle took off its own wheels and then decided to give me a massage with its metal parts in my back. And let's do this same routine for 2 hours with no truly franchise deserving action sequences. Interesting ideas, but first draft all the way, SNL sketch feeling the whole way through. And when a scene is going on too long, introduce Kevin Hart. Ryan Reynolds coming in was pitch perfect. He was hilarious. He did his thing in the most brilliant way. He worked into the plot. And then they just got high on their own supply and introduced 2 different Kevin Harts. Look at the haircut. They just shove them in with these weird extra bits that go on for way too long. Mulligan it again. Get Joe Carnahan as the director. Love you, dude, but go back to John Wick or Deadpool 3. This was wrong. This was a movie that was so much bigger than Deadpool 2's budget, but looked lesser, and I regret it. It's a bummer. I wanted to expand the franchise in a great way, and in many ways, Spy Racers and the upcoming video game look to be doing that better. Let's mulligan Hobbs and Shaw. Don't worry about it. Come back in a year with Joe Carnahan being your director with that A-Team spirit, that Smokin' Aces spirit. Let's get the right Hobbs and Shaw. Once again, it is not the night before the show goes live, and I didn't slightly shave, so I'm just being very pensive, just like I'll say later when I seem to have been fully shaved. Spoilers, 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 spoilers. There was one category that was forgotten to be mentioned, and it needs to be mentioned now, which was the Most Rewatchable Movie Award, which goes to Knives Out. And yesterday I saw 7 times in theaters, and if it wasn't so busy, I would have seen Knives Out at least 5. They are magnificent movies, highly rewatchable yesterday because it has a fantastic cast, fantastic music, fantastic use of that music, fantastic, everything about it. Everything. I've watched it for Lily James and came back again and again for her, for the main guy, for the direction. It got me really excited for the next Bond film, which was directed by Danny Boyle, who directed Yesterday. But it's so good, so good. Check it out. And Knives Out is fantastic with an even more all-star cast. Just delicious dialogue, delicious scenes, delicious everything about it. Rian Johnson, a passion project. A movie that showed that, yes, The Last Jedi should have had 3 years to be made instead of just 2, like most of the Star Wars movies. Some of which actually only got a year to be made. But it is fantastic perfection, showing that, when you get the time, when you get the cast, when you get just a masterful storyteller, you can have perfection. Apparently, we're getting Knives Out 2 in 2021. What? The dual ounce for the most rewatchable movie goes to Yesterday and Knives Out. Let's continue on with the show. Next up, for the Best Bromance Award, which if it was going to male leads, it would be the Best Bromance. But this year is the Best Bromance Award. The Ounce, which is the award that we give out to the winner, if I didn't mention that previously, which I didn't, the Ounce goes to Olivia Wilde's directorial debut, Booksmart. By the way, because of Little Women, I saw Lady Bird with one of the leads of Booksmart, and she did a fantastic job in that movie as well. But Booksmart is so good. It feels like the next level, the sequel after the movie 8th Grade by Bo Burnham. It's like the next step, and I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was so good. Olivia Wilde just killed it as a director, and the 2 leads were definitely the best bromance. Thank you to Brian Rivera for suggesting this new award for this year. The Ounce goes to Booksmart. And shout out to my roommate Richard Smith for suggesting that the award be named The Ounce. For our next award is the most disrespectful movie of the year, which, though my daughter loved it, I have to say is Playing with Fire. Every adult cast member is so disrespected in this movie. I get it for John Cena. Dwayne Johnson had the Tooth Fairy. Vin Diesel had The Pacifier. John Cena had Playing with Fire. Now John Cena is in The Suicide Squad. He's in a movie with Robert Downey Jr., Doolittle, and he's also in Fast 9. He has now transcended that term in a movie star's career where they're doing kid fare, and he's hit the next level. Like Dwayne Johnson, as a wrestler, he's now gotten to the next level. Playing with Fire was his last one of them. But everyone, I mean, let me just mention some movies cast members were in. The first X-Men, Sabretooth, Moulin Rouge, Romeo and Juliet, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Ant-Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Toy Story 4, Fargo, Season 2. These actors are better than this. Deadpool, Negasonic, Teenage Motherfucking Warhead. These actors and actresses are too good for this movie, and it is so disrespectful how they are used. Even Kick-Ass 2, John Leguizamo, which I'm probably mispronouncing his name, is so good in that film, and this one just feels so disrespectful to him. So the most disrespectful movie of the year is disrespectful to its own cast, and that is Playing with Fire. One more thing they've been in, the show 24 as president. Boom, Playing with Fire, bury it. 2 or 3 good scenes. How dare it? If you want to receive your ounce award for most disrespectful movie, text me. Next up, the best documentary. The only documentary I watched of 2019, The Game Changers. Since November 20th when I watched it, I've been completely plant-based. And I'm like the poster boy for meat and cheese. But I've been plant-based since. It's just a remarkable documentary. And if you want all findings to be backed up, go to the Joe Rogan show, The Game Changers, and check out the Rebuttal podcast. It is so good, so worthy. Check it out. And now for the biggest relief award. The ounce goes to Frozen 2. I didn't mean to do that with my fingers in my mouth. But I hated Frozen 1, and I was so happy that I didn't hate Frozen 2. This is making me feel a lot more awkward now that we're talking about an animated kids movie from Disney. But this is an award show, and it's live. There's no editing, so we can't do it again. And to transition from that, the opposite of that is the give up moment of the year, which was when The King's Man, the prequel to The Kingsman, The Secret Service, and Kingsman, The Golden Circle, was delayed a second time from February 14th to September 18th, which is technically one day after my birthday, but that means that the Thursday showings are on my birthday. But it was just... If it hadn't been delayed, would have had it in November, and it's just my favorite franchise at this point. And that was the give up moment, give up all hope moment of the year. So if Fox, now owned by Disney, wants the ounce award for my give up moment of the year, call me. Text me. I don't know why texting uses this. I guess you're old-fashioned. You have a plug-in that gives you a keyboard, but do it. Text me on WhatsApp. Yeah, I'm not giving out my phone number so no one can text me. That's part of the joke. And now for my best experience in a movie theater, the ounce goes appropriately to Kevin Smith for the Jay and Silent Bob Reboot Roadshow when... not only was I the last question, not only did he put the pressure on, not only did he enjoy so much my story of how I drove from here to New Jersey and then back just for the Clerks 3 script reading. Not only did I beg him to try mushrooms next because we had literally decriminalized it in Chicago on the day that the Reboot Roadshow came here, but he stated for the whole crowd that he was adopting me, that my name was no longer Brian, it was Son. Not only that, but he, without leaving, he wasn't leaving yet, he got off stage and hugged me, specifically just for me, and then got back up on stage, wrapped up, and then left. Picture here. It's now the background of my phone, which is recording now. That is my favorite moment in a theater. This year, top moment for all of life. The ounce goes to Kevin Smith on the Reboot Roadshow. And the Hotbox Award for the best experience in a movie theater was It Chapter 2. Yeah, it was really good. It deserved the Hotbox Award. That's like the runner-up award to the ounce. Alright, now for the I Binged It Too Fast award. That ounce goes to You, Season 2. I didn't watch You until just now. Literally, just finished watching Season 2 the night before recording this. Didn't watch You Season 1 until right before then, but Season 2 I watched in a day and a half. Less than a day and a half. I binged it too fast, but it was worth it. And that show, which came out December 26th, 2019, Season 2, counts. I binged it too fast, and it was worth it. You is reprehensible. You is something you will hate, and You is something you will watch so quickly. And I am so glad that it has continued on. Not only that, just announced season 3. It's such an interesting show that you shouldn't feel okay for rooting for, but you do, and then you catch yourself and you distance yourself and you get pulled back in, and then you root for him again. Check it out. That Binge It Too Fast award, the ounce goes to You season 2. Now as we get into the end game, the Show Me What Else You Got award goes to Marriage Story and Little Women. It's a dual award. It goes to both. But Marriage Story makes me want to watch everything else he has written and directed. And ironically, since they're married, Little Women did that to me too. I've owned Lady Bird for a year or two now, and I watched it the day after watching Little Women, Greta Gerwig, and now I want to watch Frances Ha, which they co-wrote. But the dual ounce goes to Marriage Story, and Little Women, both are so deserving and so make you want to watch everything else they've done. It's a little easier to watch everything else they've done in terms of writing and directing for Little Women, but still, both are so good. Watch Marriage Story, watch Little Women. Oh my gosh, I didn't forget to film this award and then shave. I'm just very pensive. Also, totally just took off the logo from my shirt. It's not a different shirt and a different day. The award that I forgot to film was the 6 Seasons in a Movie award. The award that goes to the show that deserves up to 5 more seasons and a movie. The one that's most suited to that longevity. You might think I'm going to say Russian Doll again, but no. The ounce goes to Living With Yourself. Living With Yourself is such a unique concept, yet so easy and accessible. The charm of the cast can keep it going and keep having more stories like we've seen before, but in such a unique twist with the clone aspect. And there's also a Hotbox award for this, which would be to the show You. It might actually conclude at season 3, which would make sense. Season 2 showed they can continue on with a different angle, yet still feel similar, with a whole host of very interesting characters added, almost a completely new host of characters. Season 3 is coming, shows that Joe will continue on even though it seems like he should be satisfied. But the Hotbox award goes to You, and the 6 Seasons in a Movie award goes to Living With Yourself. Russian Doll, I hope it gets 6 seasons in a movie, but it seems like such a tightrope walk. I would be nervous to keep chancing it, to chance overstaying your welcome. Although I do hear that they're killing it with Fargo still. But let's get back to the show. Okay, let's keep going. One question every year we ask on the Dope Movie Awards is, did I watch the CWDC crossover show this year? Yes, I did. And actually, when I'm filming it, the 4th episode, starting in 2020, just aired today, so I'm excited to watch that tomorrow. But I watched it, didn't watch the actual shows, but came back for the crossover. And the award for the Best Apple TV Plus TV show, the ounce goes to For All Mankind. I only watched a few episodes of Morning Show and watched 1 episode of For All Mankind, but that one gets the award. I need to see that, and the one about the podcast maker about a past crime. I heard that one's good. I don't remember the name, but the ounce goes to right now For All Mankind. And seriously, I need to watch all those other episodes. There's so many good shows, and seriously, Apple TV is doing a great job of posting just way too many shows. And the ounce for the best Netflix show of the year, Russian Doll. I'll just say Russian. I think that's a good bet. I mean, I really liked You, but we'll say Russian Doll. The Hotbox award for best Netflix show goes to You, Living With Yourself, and Umbrella Academy. I was trying to delay so I could remember what the name of Umbrella Academy was. And the ounce for the best Disney Plus show of the year goes to The Mandalorian. Duh, obviously. The Hotbox award goes to, the Jeff Goldblum show. Obviously. For the best Amazon Prime show of the year, I'm going to start with the Hotbox Awards. First Hotbox Award, The Boys. The second Hotbox Award, Carnival Row. Third Hotbox Award, Good Omens. The fourth Hotbox Award, Fleabag. I didn't watch season 2 yet, but I am assuming. And then the Ounce Award, easily, hands down, is Undone. Undone is a miracle. It truly deserves the Ounce. There were so many shows that were good for the Hotbox Awards, I had to mention them first, but Undone, I think I can confidently say, is the best fiction season of television that Amazon Prime has done so far, and it is beautiful and fun and intense and heartbreaking and captivating and everything, and just, you need to check it out. Undone. Watch it now. And the award for best Amazon movie, it goes to Guava Island, the Childish Gambino movie. The Ounce goes to Guava Island. And now, the final award, the Dopest Movie Award. In the first annual Dope Movie Awards, the dopest movie was Blindspotting in 2018. And in 2019, for the first time ever, in the second Dope Movie Awards show, it's shared between Uncut Gems, a miraculous and powerful and intense and nerve-wracking Safdie Brothers movie, and Jojo Rabbit, a heartwarming coming-of-age story from Taika Waititi about a Nazi youth, mother played by Scarlett Johansson. Two very different movies, but so dope that neither could be given the Hotbox Award, while the other got the Dopest Movie of the Year. This is the first time they've been shared, Uncut Gems and Jojo Rabbit. And with that, we bring to a close the Dope Movie Awards of 2019, the second annual ever. And now the last award, the last spot, the last question is, does Uncut Gems and or Jojo Rabbit unseat 2018's winner for Dopest Movie of the Year, Blindspotting, for the dopest movie ever? And the answer is no. Blindspotting is still everything. But to see if it stands the test of time, the spot it has earned through 2020, you'll just have to come back for the next annual Dope Movie Awards. See you on January 31st, 2020. Stay dope.